Okay, full disclosure, you might hear some weird noises coming from over there because my phone has been set up to notify me when there are pre-orders available for the PS5. They're selling like bloody hotcakes, which I've never understood. Buy a cold cake and heat it up. The saying should and always should have been. They're selling like PS5 pre-orders that haven't been clear about when they're going live. So the point is, there was a PS5 showcase yesterday, and the date and the price of the PlayStation 5 has finally been announced. Finally. It's been a weird year, but here we are. We know now. So we're just going to run through it quickly. We're going to break down what happened, what was shown, and my quick thoughts on said shown things. Well, that's not a great start for the PS5 showcase. Best start ever! Starting with an announcement for the new Final Fantasy is pretty amazing, given how Final Fantasy VII Remake has just come out earlier this year. It looks like it'll be very similar to the Final Fantasy 15 combat, but finally also back to the medieval style fantasy, which is long overdue for the series. I secretly would love if they gave turn-based another go. I think it'd be really interesting to see something along those lines. Octopath Traveler, Bravely Default and Persona 5 have proven that turn-based isn't as niche as maybe it once was, but that being said, it looks pretty cool. And after Final Fantasy VII Remake's combat was probably my favourite combat of any game last year, I am not unhappy with this at all. It looks further along than I thought as well, so given how Square Enix operate, I'd imagine this would be out around 2028. Spider-Man Miles Morales is next, and it looks really good. He looks like he's got his own combat style and even webbing. He has his own style of combat music as well. There's not much to say about this really, simply because I know exactly how it'll feel to play for the most part, given how it's an expansion, and that is a good thing, so all I can do is wait. Do you know how all the reviews were like, it really makes you feel like Spider-Man again? So I can't wait to feel like Spider-Man again, but a different Spider-Man. A Harry Potter RPG has been rumoured to be in the works for ages now, and while I don't exactly like Harry Potter, that's not exactly true. I just haven't seen the movies, so I can't. It's impossible for me to like it because I haven't seen it yet. But it looks like something I would like if I watched them. I should probably do it, but it looks like it could be a lot of fun. We mostly just get a look at wizards doing wizard stuff, and then this crazy skull-looking dude. Look at that! Mad wizard bastards.
In Black Ops Cold War, you will be trained.
Knew we were getting to this bit. Just excuse me, I'm not really bothered about this. That's not it. Oh, you tricked me, you bastard. Right, where were we?
Take him out.
Awful sniper skills. Of course he missed him. He quick scoped the poor bugger. Oh, is that the guy we're killing? Good. Did I get him? And then they take out a terrorist in what looks like a gritty version of the ending to Toy Story.
What's a cowboy without his hat? Buzz!
2 copies, please. Resident Evil continues to reinvent itself from zombies to bug people to silly hillbillies to witches. If I were Chris Redfield, I would be very annoyed. I just got good at killing zombies. Now I've got to fight a wolf man. Fuck. It also has these weird Tim Burton-esque flashback storytelling cinematics, which is weird to see in a Resi game, but I like it. I am terrible at horror games, but I do want to play these one day, just not this day. Another day, maybe. Deathloop looks interesting. It's got a weird 70s aesthetic reminiscent of like a Tarantino film, but I can tell you now I would definitely suck at this game. Luckily, it basically tells us how to beat the game. Now I don't have to play it and fail at it. They announced a DMC5 special edition for the PS5, which is interesting to get to play as Virgil again, the best character, but I did think it was 6 at first, so the announcement did fall a little flat. It's crazy to think it's taken this long to get a third Abe Oddworld game. They've shown bits of this a few times over the last few years, and I think it looks like a perfect continuation in escalation and what you'd expect a current Oddworld game to be. These poor Mudokons will never get out alive with me in control. I am the worst Abe.
I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just a glitch. It won't happen again.
No! Leave me alone! No! Go away! You creepy bastard! While I was watching this, I was going to make a joke about this being a weird Five Nights at Freddy's game, but it turns out that's exactly what it is. So, yeah. No. I've never really been into the Souls games, mostly because I don't like being susceptible to fiery rage when I'm playing a game. But given that this is a launch title and it just looks very good, I feel like I'm being tricked with all these easy killings he's doing, but this is probably the very first tutorial part. But still, I might just have to jump in and then immediately jump out because of the rage. Yay, Fortnite on the PS5, of course it is. Let's just move on. Then they tell us that we can download all the PS4 biggies at launch. By the sounds of it, these will be free with PS Plus in some way, which would be pretty amazing if that was the case, because there are some very good titles here. And finally, the long-awaited price and release date. £449 or $499. Same as Microsoft, with it coming out 2 days after Xbox, but it'll actually be coming out a week later here in the UK. Goody. After all that waiting around, waiting to undercut each other and not announcing their release dates and not announcing their prices because they were scared of what the other was going to do and they wanted to see if they could outdo each other in price, they're just the same price anyway. It's 2 months away. And then finally, to top it off, we get a God of War 2/5 trailer. Amazing. God of War was such an amazing game, and it's next year. And it definitely will not get delayed. So I think this was probably the best digital event I've seen ever. I mean, it's been a long while since there was one of these that wasn't disappointing in some way, especially this year with there being so many digital events over the course of the year. Not one of them I can really point out as being a standout at any point. In this, there was almost no fluff. They seemed very aware of what they should have kept quick and what they should have focused on a bit more. The DMC5 announcement was probably the most throwaway thing. They probably could have done without that, but at the same time, they were showing so many cool things that why not just throw that in there so people can be aware that that's available. So apart from that, I think every game was interesting in at least some way, even if they weren't for me necessarily. It's cool that, I don't know, there's a new looking Five Nights at Freddy's. I'd probably never play it because the fear. Even Call of Duty, which I couldn't really care less about, the campaigns look like they're getting a bit more action focused, like the original Modern Warfares were known for, a bit more set piecey, which is good. And so it's cool that they're focusing on that a bit more, so people like me can at least consider it and then not buy it. But consider it for a bit, but then not buy it. And then it's £10 a few years from now, and then I go, maybe. So there we go. PS5 is announced, the price is out there. Xbox is announced, the price is out there. And now we just have to wait till November so we can hopefully get it. I still haven't got my pre-order yet. So hopefully in November I'll be playing it and I'll be happy. But in another version of events, I won't get it because it's become available secretly while I've been filming and I've missed my chance. And I'll be very sad. And it'll be your fault. So, since it's your fault, I think the decent thing you could do is subscribe to the channel to show how sorry you are. Yes, a good reason to subscribe, if any. But seriously, thanks for watching if you've made it this far. That's very strange. There's so many better videos out there, and you chose mine. That's really nice. Here's some other videos if you wish to watch them, and the subscribe button is around the area somewhere. And I will see you next time.